Hey Scorpios, Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. This is your February love reading for 2018. I should say February 2018 love reading. Get it right. For you, Scorpio, answering the question, how does your partner feel about you? So as I was shuffling the cards, I definitely had the feeling that there was some element of control or control issues in the relationship, or maybe where your partner feels like you have a lot of control, or they feel like they may want more control. And as I've laid the cards out, it does show that they do want to take more control in the relationship, especially with the Chariot card, the Ten of Wands, and we've got the King of Wands at the end of the reading. Also got the Hierophant at the base here, which can talk about control to a certain extent, or at least wanting to kind of cement something. Yeah, so essentially we've got the King of Cups. And so this tells me that your partner is feeling currently quite emotionally balanced with regard to the relationship. They may feel like they do have more control of their emotions, especially with the Six of Pentacles. They may feel like things are much more balanced out now. In the past, we had the High Priestess and the Two of Swords, so there may have been an element of indecision, where your partner may have been in two minds about something, maybe in two minds about moving the relationship forward, but they definitely felt like they needed more information. Like they didn't have all, they may have felt like they didn't really know you that well, or they wanted more information about you, but definitely there's a lot of curiosity from them towards you. The High Priestess tells me that they may feel like you were keeping secrets from them, and this may have made them just feel like they had to use their intuition and really tap into how they were feeling and try and figure things out. I mean, this is definitely a very investigative kind of energy, the High Priestess. Someone that would study and kind of really try to dig to the bottom of things. So yeah, your partner might have just seen you as a Scorpio, someone who's very deep and mysterious, but this may have left them feeling quite uneasy because they just didn't feel like they really understood you, and just felt very kind of in the dark maybe, about you, maybe your feelings towards them. And it left them, I think, probably feeling a little bit emotionally unstable. And also like a little bit fearful about expressing their feelings towards you. And they were, just basically relying heavily on their intuition to try and figure things out, because maybe the words that you were saying or the conversations that you were having, they may have felt like there just wasn't, that like you were still hiding something, or there, not everything was being revealed to them. Especially with the moon in the Two of Swords, it's like, you only ever see one side of the moon. So I feel they just felt you were hiding something, and it just left them not really knowing whether or not you liked them or where the relationship was going. And I think they were very much in their feelings, and relying on their intuition to try to move forward. They may have even sought a spiritual advisor like a tarot reader, or a psychic, or possibly an astrologer to help them decide a way forward, because what they were thinking about the situation before wasn't really adding up. So yeah, they were really relying on their intuition quite a lot. So you may have been seeing a water sign, or you may be seeing a water sign currently as well. Or they could just see you. I think this reading is shedding light onto how they feel about you. I think they just see you very much as someone who is very intuitive, and quite spiritual. And there's a lot of things that maybe you don't say, which kind of left them feeling a bit uneasy, I think. But as I said, currently with the King of Cups and Six of Pentacles, they definitely feel like that's balanced out. And I think that's come about more so because they are now more in control of their feelings. They're not allowing this confusion or indecision to dominate their emotional world. They've kind of maybe made a stand and decided to take control of their emotions and you know, regardless of what they see or how they perceive you, they have kind of taken ownership of their own emotions and said, okay, well, this is how I feel, this is what I want, and this is how I want things to go. And yeah, I think they've recognized that their own emotional imbalance was a lot of the cause of the general maybe instability in the relationship, that really the problem lies with them. So yeah, them not knowing about you probably raised insecurities within themselves that they maybe weren't even aware of until meeting you. But you know, the good news is that currently they seem to have overcome this, and they feel a lot more balanced with you, and they feel there's a lot more equal give and take. Now they are able to balance their own emotions. The King of Cups also talks about someone that does genuinely care about you and sees you as a good friend, and yeah, I think that, you know, they really do care about you. There's a lot of love that they have for you. Yeah, and they feel that it's more balanced, which is great. At the base of the reading, we've got the Hierophant and the Star card. So this tells me that this person obviously sees you as someone that they could be with long term. They do feel like, I think they do feel like they are ready to settle down. They are probably very much the kind of person that has got a particular vision for their future when it comes to relationships. They are looking for the one. They are looking for true love and commitment, and that is what drives them. And I think that they definitely see that in you. They see you as someone that they could definitely commit to. Yeah, with the Star card and the Hierophant card, that's very, very positive. The Ten of Wands and the Princess of Cups as to what they intend to do about the situation. So again, we got the Ten of Wands. So yeah, this talks about, again, taking control of the situation, deciding where you want things to go. But this person, again, this also talks about control. You know, this person wants more control. They're determined to steer the ship how they want it, to take a more leadership role in the relationship, and to possibly, with the Princess of Cups, start to express a bit more about how they feel about you, take a few more risks when it comes to expressing how they feel. We've got them here not wanting to express anything. Now we've got them here currently in a more balanced emotional state, and now their intention is to, you know, really act upon that and start expressing more how they feel, although it may be still quite tentative. It may not be like a big gushing of love like with the Knight of Cups, but the Princess of Cups is still, you know, love messages and expressions of love, but maybe in a more kind of shy way, in a more kind of less dramatic way. So it could be, again, this card talks to me about friendship as well. And so does the King of Cups. So I don't know if maybe you guys are kind of just developing a friendship. This could be someone that was interested in you in the past, and they didn't really know how you felt. So they didn't really maybe pursue anything. They were more kind of finding out about you, using their intuition to figure you out. And it looks like they, you know, currently, as I said, they feel like they have now got that. And now their intentions are to steer things how they want them to go. And they're kind of taking maybe a bit too much responsibility in that. So yeah, there's definitely some sort of element of control or determination that this person may be seeking when it comes to the relationship. They have a definite vision of where they want the relationship to go, basically. And they're taking full ownership of their part. Okay, so in the future, we've got the Lovers card and the King of Wands. So again, this talks about a major decision this person is making. This person, I feel, is choosing to be with you. And again, with the King of Wands, this is someone who has their own agenda. They know exactly what they want. They know where they're going. And there's not much that can really get in the way. They're not really listening to anyone's opinions. You know, they're just doing their thing. Again, taking full ownership of the situation. I don't know how you feel about this. You may be happy to hear this, or you may, or you may not. You may want someone who's maybe not so controlling. We've got you here with the Four of Swords currently. We've then got the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, you're sleeping on this person, and you're not entirely You're not rushing into things by the looks of it. Yeah, your intentions are to, again, you want some control with the Alchemist card here. And the outcome card is you do get your wish. So it looks like you really do like this person. And you want this person to show more effort. You want this person to make a decision as well by the looks of it. And, you know, sorry to jump the gun, but it looks like you will get your wish. So, yeah, you are sleeping on this person. You're not really communicating as much. Maybe you're maybe waiting for this person to make a move. But you're not making any... You're kind of maybe letting this person take the lead. It looks like here. While you kind of sit back and ponder and think about your next move. So you are definitely kind of sitting back and watching how this person acts, and you're in a way figuring them out by taking a more laid back approach, by letting this person take the lead. You're also doing this because subconsciously although you may want a commitment and you would be happy to make a commitment, you also need some more information. You also need to be sure that this is something that you really want to commit to. Because I think obviously, as they always say with Scorpios, once you do make that commitment, it will be quite final. So yes, you do want to make a commitment, but you want to make sure that you are investing wisely, and that this person is really serious about things and also on the same page as you. In the past, we have the Death card. So in the past, this is your card. So that's good, that's showing up in your reading for Scorpio. So this definitely is for you. Spirit is talking to you in this reading, Scorpio, or to the Scorpios watching even. So yeah, there may have been a major transformation that you've had recently. Maybe in January, you may have decided to let go of a lot of things, decided to turn a whole new leaf. But it's definitely it was a very transformative time, and I think when anyone is going through that, you may not be very communicative. You may be maybe more quiet or reserved as you are going through these kind of deep changes. And you also, when you're going through change and you're in a state of flux, you can't really give anyone a yes or no answer because you may not even know where you are at yet. So you can't really, you know, tell anyone what you want going forward because you don't really know. You haven't landed yet, kind of thing. You haven't made that complete transition. It looks like you are still kind of going through that process currently as well. But you're giving more thought to it currently. Okay. So yeah, that's what might have caused the confusion in the past. Or maybe you were just being your true Scorpio self, being mysterious and ever-changing, and just a very strong-willed individual as well, like someone who knows exactly what they want, is quite fearless, and also quite deep. I think this person sees you as very deep and mysterious, as I've said before. But yeah, the way you handled it in the past was, I think, you know what, I think that you've probably just gone through something really big in the past, and I think you're still kind of working through it. And it's got something to do with you shedding things that did not serve you anymore. You kind of had a bit of a clean out. Maybe January came around and you decided, you know, I'm just going to have a brand new slate. I'm dropping some things, I'm starting some things, I'm just changing. Yeah, so, and then currently we see you still kind of going through that process here of healing and coming through that. Your intentions with the Alchemist, or what Spirit is advising you with regards to what your intentions could be, should be, or what you should be focusing on, with the Alchemist card here. it is saying here that you do have a lot of tools at your disposal. You do have a lot more control over the situation than you may realize. But I think what it's also basically trying to say to you is that, or what it's saying to us is that, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. I think I think most Scorpios understand the human psyche and how it works quite well. And I think you're sitting back and you see this person kind of going through their changes or figuring things out or trying to figure you out. And although you're sitting back and taking a laid back approach to things, it's actually like active non-action. Have you heard that saying before, where sometimes you can do a lot more by doing nothing, or learn a lot more by doing nothing. So you're being quite wise in your approach, and you're kind of seeing, I guess, what this person has to offer, seeing what their what their strengths and weaknesses are, what they can bring you, what they're lacking. I think you're really figuring them out, so you know exactly what you have to play with and what you don't, what's an offer to you and what is not. And in the end, with the Nine of Cups, looks like you win. You do actually get this person to make a commitment to you and take the leadership role in the relationship. But even more so, the King of Wands is someone who follows their heart, regardless of any challenges that they may face. So this person is definitely very committed to you come next month. They go from the King of Cups to the King of Wands with the Lovers card. So you get your wish. This person does make a commitment to you, and it is quite final as well. So yeah, so quite a short reading. Usually my readings are really long, but this is quite straightforward, especially as I was shuffling. It was just about control. This person wants to have a bit more control. They may feel that you just you're quite, not maybe, I don't want to say controlling, that just sounds horrible. I don't mean to criticize at all. But yeah, maybe they want to just kind of get you moving as you're kind of sitting back here with the Princess of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. You're kind of, taking the back seat, and they kind of want to move things forward. And it looks like you know exactly what you're doing, though. I don't think you're subconsciously kind of trying to, or subconsciously being mysterious or taking a back seat. Like, you're deliberately letting this person show you how they feel, and show you who they are as well. And they do start to express themselves, and they do start to see that they need to take more responsibility, I think, in the relationship. If there have been issues in the past, they are recognizing now that they do need to pull their own weight. They do need to play a more active part in the relationship, and they do need to make a commitment. And that's what they do. I think come March or in the near future. So yeah, it looks like it'll be a very positive relationship for the next couple of months, at least from your perspective. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards from the Amira Love Oracle deck. I'd also talk a bit about the Chariot card. So yeah, again, this is about control, steering the relationship where you want to go. So yeah, I mean, you have your control, kind of. I won't say control issues, but for want of a better word, like, you have an idea of where you want things to go as well. And your partner has an idea of where they want things to go. And you're both kind of working in tandem to kind of make this happen. And I think you recognize that that to get what you want, it's probably better to kind of sit back and let this person do their thing and show you who they are before you make your next move. So you're being really wise about it. You're taking more of a kind of bird's eye view on things rather than getting caught up in your emotions. So you're definitely very much in control of your own emotions, and so is your partner. So yeah, but the relationship is definitely moving forward. Absolutely. although you've got very two strong individuals, I think, that have their own idea for how they want the relationship to go. And I think you're just learning to work together. This person's learning about you and how you are, and you're learning about how them and how they are, and then you're trying to kind of both get what you want out of the situation. Ultimately, you get what you want with the Nine of Cups. So you do come out winning, Scorpio. Okay. Okay, so we've got communication, would be suitable for the Page of Cups. Brunette female. Control. What brings you together? That's what this position is for. Sorry if I sound really low energy, but I'm just, sorry, quite relaxed, and it's just me. I'm quite a chilled individual. Although I do have my moments. Okay, so mature woman. So your partner may be learning how to deal with a mature, wise woman, as I said before. And this is true love. So it looks like, as I said, you will get the Nine of Cups kind of ending. It is a true love connection. You're also learning about karma here. Learning about the effects of what you do and what you don't do. Your partner, as I said, I think they're learning about the mature woman. If they are the woman in this relationship, then they themselves are maturing. And I would say that's more maturing emotionally. Maybe growing up a little bit, learning how to take responsibility in relationships, how to have a mature relationship. This person, I think, is feeling more ready for a mature relationship as well. But control seems to be an issue. So maybe, you know, I guess whenever you do fall for someone, or you get into a relationship with someone, we sometimes can be fearful and then suddenly want to kind of take control of all the elements of the situation. But really, we have to trust, you know, the universe. We have to trust that things will turn out how they are supposed to turn out. And sometimes the more that we interfere, the more problems that we cause. And I think that's probably, you know, a major message of the reading as well, is that I think you're learning that it's not really imperative that we have full control over our love relationships all the time, and that sometimes we have to kind of give and take here, where there is like a shared control of outcomes. So communication is what Spirit advises here. This is the spiritual advice position. So it is important to communicate with each other about how you feel, where you want the relationship to go. That will give you strength in your relationship and continue this kind of lovely unfolding that seems to be happening within your relationship at the moment. The brunette female is what is your challenge. So the brunette female could be you yourself. That could be the challenge in the relationship if you are dark-haired, green eyes and pink lipstick. Yeah, this seems to be the challenge. So I see the brunette female, to be honest, as someone who's very, very alluring, someone who does not act, someone who kind of waits for someone to approach her. But she's very alluring. She kind of makes all the eye contact. She does all the right gestures. She's quite subtle in her expression of how she feels, but still gets the message across. And I think that's the challenge here. Maybe being a bit too. That is the challenge at the moment. Is that maybe with your laid back approach, although it is a wise approach, it does seem to be proving a challenge in the relationship. So this probably is what's maybe hard for you to do. This could be new for you, as we did have a death card in the past, and this also is a challenge for your partner. They're having to overcome this kind of being very attracted to you, but maybe you're not being that expressive, or you're not really being that I can't find the word, but you're not yeah, you're just not kind of putting yourself out there, like you're not throwing yourselves at them, you know, you're waiting for them to come to you. And I think that's a challenge for both of you at the moment. As I said before, control is what brings you together. So yeah, you definitely share these themes, these things in common. You both want control of the relationship. You both have an idea of where you want things to go. I think your partner wants a more traditional relationship, possibly where if they are the male, they want to play the traditional male role, and they would like you to be like this innocent, you know, feminine kind of role in the relationship. I do feel that could be the case. So yeah, you do have that in common, and that's quite interesting there because Scorpios are known to have a thing about control, have some sort of they grow through lessons of control. And also fire signs can be quite controlling as well, quite willful. So that's definitely what brings you together, and that's what you have in common. So how you see your partner, you see them as a new love, and they see you as money. This could just mean that they see you as maybe someone who's doing quite well financially, or they see you as someone that is worth investing in, someone who is very valuable, someone who is maybe very good with money or very good with business. This is also just represent that they do see a future with you. As I said, they see you as someone to invest in. And you see them as new love. So, yeah, it looks really, really good, to be honest. Okay, we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So, definitely new ways of thinking about things. Yeah, I really do feel like you're turning a new leaf. Definitely. And you're doing things differently than you did before. You're thinking in a different way. You're being a lot more wiser in your approach when it comes to relationships and love. You're being very smart about things. And with the Five of Pentacles, it just shows me that, you know, two people coming together to work through issues. And I think you are both working through issues of control. But it is true love. There is something true here. You even got the soulmate card underneath in this dark male. So that dark male could be your partner if you're a female watching. Yeah, and as I said, it's true love. So yeah, that's your reading. Again, sorry if I was a bit low energy, but I really hope that you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was quite straightforward. It's not really a complex reading at all. So yeah, thank you for making your message so clear to me, Scorpio. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. Check out my Etsy shop where you can buy your own birthday postcard. They're pretty cool. You can actually buy them in sets of 12, so you've got a whole set for the year, or a whole set for all of your friends and their zodiac signs. They're also a really cute way to say happy birthday as well by postcard. So yeah, but please check out my Etsy shop. I'm sure that you'll find something there that you like. It's designed for people like us in mind who are interested in spirituality, etc. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Take good care. Bye.